Okay, thank you very much. I'm joined by five folks, a student, a parent, and three educators. And this will be, we're going to take a couple minutes. It'll be brief, and I'll have this as my labor partner piece. So first, just to say that my name's Alex Caputo-Pearl. I'm the UTLA president, a teacher in South LA for 22 years. And our members, obviously you saw the news that our members overwhelmingly approved the agreement that we were able to come to together. And so clearly your work as a board to come to that agreement was appreciated by our members, as reflected both in the voter turnout and in the acceptance of the agreements. So we appreciate that. There is the outstanding issue of program cuts and layoffs that we wanted to address today. We think we can address these together. We think there's an interest to address them together because they provide critical services to families and students, young children, adults, and K through 12 students. And we actually think that the money is there to deal with these, both looking at the coming May revise, as the LA Times talked about today, as well as the superintendent and I are working together around some of this MISIS recount money. So we believe that we should be able to take care of these program cuts and layoffs. I want to introduce, for a couple of quick statements, Ingrid Gunnell, an SRLDP teacher.
Good afternoon. My name is Ingrid Gunnell. I'm an SRLDP teacher at Robert Hill Lane Elementary School in the city of Monterey Park. This is my 8th year teaching SRLDP. I want to tell you quickly about one of my students that was in SRLDP my first year teaching. She's now in 6th grade. She will be attending Griffith Middle School in the Magnet program. She's on the student council. She attends our local school leadership council meetings and presents the students' perspective on things such as a positive behavior support and intervention plan. Last week at the guitar recital, she and another former SRLDP student were the two guitar soloists. And the a former SRLDP student was also the vocal soloist. SRLDP creates self-esteem in our children. It creates high achievement in our children. It creates family involvement in our schools. I appreciated when I walked in, I heard Superintendent Cortines speaking to the prior subject about listening to parents and community. I want to make sure that you know that our parents and community, we have here thousands upon thousands of letters and signatures for SRLDP from all over the district, all the way from San Pedro to Valley West. And we are leaving these here for you to look at and to read, including students' pictures and students' letters. I also appreciate Board Member Zimmer saying, think outside the box. Let's save SRLDP. Let's put a moratorium on the closure of it. Let's get a committee together to form some research about how we can fund SRLDP using some current funding for early ed, maybe a waiver for some of our either federal or state funds, and let's save SRLDP. Thank you. On behalf of the 5,000 students that won't have a seat next year if SRLDP is cut, I appreciate your time.
Okay, Gersel Aliyev is a parent of a child in SRLDP.
Hi, I already spoke to some of you last week, and my name is Gersel Aliyev, and I'm from Azerbaijan, which is a war-torn country with the corrupt public education. And the reason why my family and I'm here is because I was basically seeking for a better educational opportunities in the United States. And my daughter, about a year ago, was enrolled at Coeur d'Alene at the pre-K. And when she was enrolled, she barely spoke any English. But today, she's 5 years old, and she can read, and she can do additions and subtractions. So that program made a huge difference in academic skills for my daughter. And it's not only that, but also, like, it's not only her, but also, like, majority of her classmates can do the same. And majority of her classmates are like us, basically coming from another country and basically non-native English speakers. And they're ready for the kindergarten. And the thing is, I was actually a little bit shocked when I heard that the access to the pre-K education is a problem here as well. I would think that this is something for the developing country, a problem for developing country where people don't care that much. But I think that was basically a shock to me and unpleasant surprise. So, and I would like to say one more thing, is that every day we ask our kids to say a pledge to the flag, and we say justice for all. And if we want justice for all, at least in early childhood education, I think we should keep that program. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you. Laura Rubacava is a psychiatric social worker.
Good afternoon. I am a psychiatric social worker providing counseling services to special education children. The students that I work with are emotionally disturbed as a result of experiencing traumas and mental illnesses. Without our support, we cannot expect them to come to school and be prepared to learn. School mental health has gone above and beyond to ensure that we are well-trained in evidence-based practices to treat these students and provide them with the support that they need at their schools. Such as the high school student that I've been working with for the past year. When I first met her, she was involved in gangs, was using drugs regularly, and was failing all her classes. She presented depressed, had lost hope for her future, and had no desire to attend school. In working with her, I taught her appropriate coping skills to cope with symptoms of depression, encouraged her to participate in extracurricular activities, and gave her resources to give her hope for her future. I am happy to share that she is no longer part of a gang. She is not using drugs. She is participating in extracurricular activities at her school and is passing all her classes. She, like many of our other students, have benefited from our support services at her school. This is why I encourage you all to remember that all the pieces matter. Thank you.
And then two final speakers from adult education. Laura Vasquez is an adult education teacher.
It seems that the only time I see some of you is when you need a photo op at an adult school or you're running for election. But I'm here to remind you that adult ed serves an important part of this community. What do adults want? They want a better life. Everybody wants a better life. And how are they going to get that? They're going to get that through education. Why can't they go to community colleges? Perhaps they don't have the time, the interest, the ability. What if adult ed didn't exist? Where could they go? They could go to the Corinthian College, the Everest colleges of the world that prey on them. They prey on their desperation and take their money. Don't test their skill set to actually see if it's appropriate for them to be enrolled at that time. Once they take their money, their classes don't transfer to community colleges. At East Los Angeles East Los Angeles Skills Center, we've been working with our community college to align our programs so that things like this don't happen. And we've been working with community-based organizations like Homeboy Industries, where we get students who've been in jail, they've been in prison, and they need a second chance. And where would they go if they didn't have adult ed? Do you know? Because I don't. One of those students is Juan Rodriguez. He's behind me, and he was in prison for 5 years, and I'm going to let him tell you his story.
My name is Juan Rodriguez. I'm a student at the East Los Angeles Adult Educational Center, and I just want to share with you guys that the adult education has changed my life. I no longer be in prison, because that's where I will be right now if it wasn't for adult education. They've helped me feel proud of who I am. I no longer have to walk up to someone and tell them I'm from this neighborhood, but to tell them that I am someone seeking a better future, that I am someone that's trying to do something with my life. And I bumped into a lot of people in my school, immigrants who are taking ESL, trying to teach their children how to read and write, and trying to help them out in school, you know? And I just thank the school and Homeboy Industries from taking me out of that lifestyle that I was living, a lifestyle of drugs, a lifestyle of just criminal activity, you know. And I want to thank all you guys, you know, all the school board, you know, for helping me be a proud person, a person that could now walk with his heads up and no longer have to walk all drugged up down the street with the head down, feeling sorry for myself. I now feel proud of saying that I am Juan Rodriguez, and I am looking and searching for a better future. And I want to thank all you guys, you know, and I want to let you guys know that all the pieces do matter, you know. That's all I got to say.
So we urge you all, thank you for taking the time. We urge you all to look at these programs and keep these programs, the SRLDP, Adult Education, Vital Health and Human Services, and the others that are being looked at for layoffs or cuts. We've got a rally going on outside with that spirit, and we look forward to working with you to make those restorations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave, are we all-